force the truth on the people, which there's one guy that Elder Mouth talked about their video on, and there was some illiterate ass nigga. Another illiterate, see, a lot of you niggas, y'all like to talk shit. Y'all don't have proper grammar. You don't know. Barely graduated high school with got all damn D's ass nigga. You stupid fucks, you weed smoking pieces of shit. You need to learn how to formulate a sentence and a complete thought before you try to criticize us on anything. But I know there's a lot of wannabe smart niggas who are really fucking idiots, and you got a lot of illiterate niggas who somehow ran into the Bible and picked up a Bible, and now now you nigga can barely read. Now you want to try to talk shit. But the message is sent to the elect, not everybody. We say this all the time, but you dumb niggas, y'all just want something to talk about. You're trying to get internet famous. But to all of you people who are naysayers, understand we don't give a fuck about you niggas. All of you black niggas, you niggers in the black community, all of you can go fucking die. It should have been one of you niggas that got your fucking heads blown off by that ICE agent. And pretty soon, Lord willing, it will be. Because we don't give a fuck about you dumb niggas. All we care about is the elect. Those who the Lord predestinated to make it, to receive salvation, to make it on the chariots. That's what the message is sent to. This is Deuteronomy 9:6, because the majority of our people have a history and a streak of not obeying the prophets, of ignoring the message, talking shit, and then getting their fucking heads split open when those prophecies actually came to pass. And then, even now with everything going on, because you recently had an explosive rise in gold and silver, which when the more gold and silver goes up, the more that's reflective of the loss in value of the US dollar. Now, what exactly made that shit happen? Nobody knows for sure yet. Only the niggas who actually made the shit happen. Because like the shit just came out of fucking nowhere. But you got all this different type of talk about the dollar losing more and more value, which it's worthless, but its perception value is being lost. But you have wars, rumors of wars, tensions rising all over the place. Trump's special on one of his murder fucking squads can now kick down your door and has immunity to murder people whenever the fuck they want. All types of shit is getting put into fucking place, and you still got niggas talking shit. Which we're happy when you niggas get fucking killed. It's gonna be a joy to see you get eviscerated, because we've been going out here for decades giving the message, and y'all still talking shit. And it's always been like that with our people. And then niggas been sitting there crying and wondering why this has happened. Slavery is a prime example. You see all them niggas that was getting their ass beat in slavery. They was all fucking downtrodden and sad and depressed and suffering. But what led those people into slavery in the first place? What led the Lord to send those Hamites to capture us and to sell us to Esau? How did all that happen? There's a whole history behind it. And niggas want to try to, get angry at the Lord, but when you go into our history, we had a contract and we broke it. What happens when you break contracts, when you break deals? There's a punishment for it. Our people reniggered, and there is a punishment for that. Deuteronomy 9:6. And even before all that, they were doing all Northern Kingdom, for example, going through the Kings, Judges, Hosea. The entire book of Hosea is rebuking the Northern Kingdom. But when you go into the Northern Kingdom, there wasn't one king that was righteous. The entirety of the northern kingdom was just straight. It was done. It was just going off into idol worship, all types of fucking corruption. You know, going to their enemies for help and then getting fucked over by their enemies. Instead of going to the Lord, you know, in their trouble, and even in the green tree, you know, when things are good. Deuteronomy 9:6. Understand therefore the Lord thy power give thee no. 9:13. Furthermore, the Lord spoke to me, saying, I've seen this people, behold, is a stiff-necked people. Hard-headed. So we know you niggas don't, you know, we know, like, we're not trying to convince you. I don't know how many times we have to say this. We don't like you. We're not trying to convince you niggas. We go out on the highway. I'm going to read this right here. Ezekiel 2 and 1. 3. He said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even to this very day. For they are an impudent children, and stiff-hearted. I did send thee unto them. Thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, which is what we're doing. And they, whether they will hear, whether they will forbear, for they will rebellious house, yet they shall know that there been a prophet among them. And it says whether they will hear or whether they will forbear. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, not afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest well among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be rebellious house. And he keeps repeating that these niggas, and like that's how bad it is. And take a look. Even with everything going on, these niggas will ignore that so simply so they can bear their fangs toward us. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear, whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. And he keeps saying it throughout the whole chapter. Still, you know, give the word, because like what? You have the elect mingled among these niggas. And he keeps saying, push out the message, even though they're hard-headed, they're rebellious. Most of them are not going to listen. Push out the message. Why? Because there are those among them that will listen. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like their rebellious house. Open thy mouth and give that I eat thee. And when I looked, behold, the hand was sent unto me, and the roll of the book was written, which is the scriptures, and read it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written lamentation, mourning, and woe. Why? Because of what you saw in this chapter. Rebellion, constantly. And when you go into history, it's the same thing. From the garden up to now. Ezekiel 3:1, moreover he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat the roll, go speak to the house of Israel. So my mouth will cause me to eat the roll. He said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly jump down. Verse 4, he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee to the house of Israel, speak my words unto them. Verse 7, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel impudent and hard-hearted. And that guy will mention pretty much how is it that we can believe a book that, you know, how is it that we can believe this book that we don't have any type of discernment or, give me a second. We don't have, you know, you don't have any type of discernment or any type of control over yourselves. Yeah, that's right. Get your little ass somewhere else. You know, how is it that we believe that, you know, we're being controlled by the book, which it's not the book in and of itself. It's the words of the book, which is given from the Heavenly Father. 2 Timothy 3:16. All I already said it. No, I'm just gonna pull it up here. All scripture is given by inspiration of Yahweh and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. Sure, it was written in a book, just like how when you go to school, you read about your American history, that was written in a fucking book, and you learn from it. You know? And what? There are certain things in, black culture, for example. You got the whole fucking Martin Luther King shit. You got your whole Jamaican and African shit. All that's written in a fucking book. Very different clothing. That's all written in the fucking book. And you have niggas act those things out. It's not just the book. The book is a record. It's something to remember things by. Now in the scriptures, it's a record, it's history, and it tells the future. Not the book itself, but the words that were put into the book through by the Lord, through the medium of his men. But if you want to take it that route, just like how that nigga say y'all being controlled by a book, he's being controlled by the so-called book. It's really the Lord, right? Because he put the words in the book. He imparted unto us pieces of his knowledge and wisdom. Future vision, things that will happen in the future, and all that's going on. Rebellious, ignorant ass niggas. That's all throughout the scriptures. Take a look at how our people act. Our people act just like our people are the people in the book. That's why they act like the people in the book. Everything's going on with our people is talked about in the book. And it's not just a book, it's a weapon. Those of y'all have seen the book of Eli. Verse 8, behold, I have made thy face strong as their faces, and thy forehead strong as their foreheads. As an adamant is harder than a flint, I have made thy forehead, fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, for their rebellious house. In other words, fuck you niggas. If y'all don't want to understand it, if y'all don't want to get the truth, fuck you, go die somewhere. This is only for the elect. I don't understand why you stupid niggas keep doing this dumb shit. You know good and damn well we don't give a fuck about you niggas. Why do y'all keep doing this? Go die. Y'all at this point, you niggas are just annoying. Just go die in a corner somewhere, man. Go overdose on scissor and die somewhere. This ain't, and like scripture say, wisdom is not comely for a niggard, for a fucking piece of shit. Y'all don't deserve wisdom, which is why the Lord didn't impart it to you. You lowly fucking mongrels. Romans 11:7. But then again, you have this. Well, then Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Verse 9, and David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap. So I'll take that back. You have a lot of you who are meant to hear the truth and maybe get a small measure of understanding, but to turn away from it. Why? So you can get a greater judgment heaped on your fucking head. And a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. But once again, says, but for the election have obtained it, those that were chosen. If I remember correctly, that word election, it goes into pretty much the top echelon, the best of the best among a certain people, pretty much. It's not worded like that, but that's what the definition means. That's what the definition means. But only a certain number of people, 1/3, 144,000, are going to understand the truth. The rest of you niggas, we don't care about you. Y'all can die. We'll see you in the kingdom. But we're not trying to force the truth on anybody. If y'all don't want to get the truth, we have no problem sitting back and let you niggas get cut to fucking half. But then again, the Lord calls y'all stupid, and y'all are actual mental retardation, because y'all slow Billy. Y'all slow to get it. But once again, the truth is only sent to those that will hear it. all of you other people who call yourself, you know, big and bad and tough and more enlightened because you don't want to acknowledge this, continue to walk that path and see what happens in the end. Because as if you haven't been, you know, like, and that's proof that you niggas are actually retarded. Because if you actually listen to the things we say and take a look in the world, we're on the winning side. You know, though to a blind dumbass, it may not look like it. Parallel what we say, actually look in the Bible and read line for line. We're on the winning side. You niggas aren't. And the small piece of proof for that is the fact that everybody's talking about how America is coming to an end. And what does the scripture talk about? The end of Babylon the Great, which is America. In various forms and for various ways, how it's going to end. Debt being a big fucking factor in that. And what's going on now? America, what, $40 trillion of fucking debt? What the fuck do you think that's going to do to the currency? When all of this shit goes down, when those chickens come home to roost, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? But you know, that's just a single example. But I hope that finds the all praises for now. Jehovah Shema Shah Bashim Gakadash, the one as possible teacher, great mitzvah, I want to shout out to hope like Israel, instruction about on great America.